All right, pre-show shenanigans. The biggest story in all of sports has just came out, Everett. We have found the greatest gambler of all time, and he's in prison. And I quote, this is what he said before Sunday's game on a phone call that was recorded. Bet 500 on this, make it a parlay. Raiders over Patriots, hit. Jets over Eagles, big upset hit. Bills over Giants, hit. Lions over Tampa Bay, another hit. Rams over Cardinals, easy hit. And finally, the New York Liberty WNBA basketball team over the Las Vegas Aces. Okay, so we have a WNBA whisperer too. He tossed in a WNBA finals game in that one.
He's also like the anti-Drake.
Yeah, this is now 2 weeks in a row that he has hit a parlay. Last week, I saw this clip of him hitting that parlay a week ago, and I was like, okay, let me save this in the memory bank. Let me remember this, and let's see what he can do in the future. And now he's gone back to back. 2 straight weeks hitting parlays. I don't know who this man is. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he might be the greatest gambler on the planet. Who's better than him?
Right now, he's got
he's
100% success rate
on parlays, and we're talking 4+ leggers. These aren't not baby parlays here.
Looks like some upset picks in there too.
Yeah, Jets over Eagles. Like what? And that was the second game he threw out there. Then got on to Lions over Bucks and Rams over Cardinals, Lions over Bucks was kind of close, but Bills over Giants, that wasn't a close spread. But the fact that he threw out Jets over Eagles second,
wow. Ballsy.
We got to study this. We got to record this. We got to mark down how he does for the rest of the season. I need to know what his picks are for next week. We need to track this. We need to follow it. I need to see.
So how this goes. No, how do we learn those? Is the better question.
So now it looks as if these videos are recorded on security camera footage, and I don't know how these videos go viral. I've seen them all on Twitter.
It's probably one of
it's like a security guard.
It's definitely one
up every week, and he's like, "Wait, what is this guy got?" Okay, everyone, you guys listening?
Oh my god, just imagine if you're the security guard at the prison or whatever with this guy, right?
And you start noticing it's
been 2 weeks now, and he's hit it, and you're just, let's say he hits it next week, you're just sitting there, you're literally watching him put it in, you're like, okay. Seahawks spread. Okay. Preseason.
Right, he likes the under in the Jets game.
Preseason basketball. Giannis on.
If he starts getting preseason basketball picks, then we know that's something. Time travel.
There's something's
wrong. If he starts nailing preseason, Houston, we have a problem, and it's not CJ Stroud.
Raphael Nadal win the major.
Okay, if he gets a tennis pick, a tennis major pick, what future does he have for the Super Bowl? Well, I need to know what future he has.
I need to know the Gatorade color, all right?
Yeah,
that's what
because he knows. Because I know that he
apparently
knows.
I don't know.
But we had no idea.
Absolutely
zero clue. This guy, he's got it all. We got to look into this. NFL ace and WNBA whisper.
That security guard he's like, dude, I'm honestly, he's like, hey, come check this guy out. He's definitely sitting there with everyone else in the security room. The security guard. If I'm that dude, I'm putting my hand over it as I'm writing it, and I'm having the security guard come up to me. He's like, what do I got to give you so I can get these picks, man?
Yeah, no, you gatekeep that. You do not. You don't hand that out for free.
What benefits do I get? What benefits do I get by giving you these picks? He's like,
yeah.
All right.
These are extra rec time here.
Extra rec time. Extra meal.
Well, this between security guards.
No. This is if I'm
there inmates
the pick. If I am the inmate doing the picks,
I'm
covering
that guy,
so you can't see it, and then the security guard has to come to me and be like,
"Well, the only loophole is that this guy." He can't bet in prison. He doesn't have a phone there. He needs to call in his boy to put the bet for him. And so there's a loophole there, the security guard has the power. God damn it. It's unfair. It's bullshit. That guy could be making a lot of money selling those picks. A lot of money.
System.
Yeah, no, it's corrupt. I mean, anyone who's that good at betting.
You know what would be the cherry on top of this?
Like ESPN, you guys are getting into betting. I think I found your guy.
You know what would be the cherry on top of all this? If the reason he's in prison is for like inside information or something for betting.
He actually is like a former player. He was the NFL suspended him. They put him in prison for gambling. Roger Goodell laid down the line. They were like, this is the greatest gambler in the history of NFL gambling. We got to do something. We got to do something.
Hammer has spoken.
We got to help DraftKings somehow. All right. Like we can't have them losing this much money. All right. All right. Just playing along there. But I mean, seriously, on a complete serious note, I need to know his picks for next week.
Security guy.
I need to know.
Hit us up.
Like I will.
I can't partake.
I will subscribe to your Patreon security guy. I will subscribe to it. I will pay $30 a week for that access. Give me those picks. I want those picks. Okay. But okay. Enough of that. Let's get on to the news. All right. Okay. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy Podcast. Today is episode 161. The Philadelphia Phillies are a wagon. USC got embarrassed by Notre Dame in South Bend, and Everett. There are no more undefeated teams in the NFL thanks to Zach Wilson and PJ Walker. I'll repeat that one more time. Zach Wilson and PJ Walker took down the last two undefeated teams in the NFL. Everett.
Are we starting with the NFL?
No. I just need to reiterate that statement. It is true. Zach Wilson and PJ Walker actually did it.
Yeah, sorry, I was just a little distracted. Just got a little bit of news for you for the game that's tonight while we're recording this. It's Monday for Tuesdays.
Now this has nothing to do with the pregame fight.
Oh, it has everything to do with the pregame fight.
Good.
Yeah, you know that guy
Justin Herbert out for the game, injured, broken leg. Okay.
You know that guy that's like really important to your offense that you just finally got back.
There's like 4 names I'm thinking of
that you just finally got back for the offense. It's a really important guy.
Eckler.
Yeah. Eckler, that guy. You know, Austin Eckler.
What did he do?
Yeah, I'm just watching the footage of this fight right now. He got popped. No, he got popped. His helmet came flying off from one of the guys on the Cowboys.
I gotta look at this real quick because I'm
he might be in concussion protocol before the game even starts.
I'm unfamiliar with this new breaking news. I think I'm seeing a clip of this now.
Yeah, that helmet came flying off.
I'm seeing some shoving.
Look in the middle. Look in the middle there.
Oh, I see. Oh,
he got hit with that hook.
Oh. Okay.
Well, if he doesn't play, we know why.
All right. So either Eckler is going on some angry runs tonight.
Sorry. There's
he
another
might not
fight.
be hitting the right holes. We'll see.
There's another fight that just broke out.
I expect another to break out in another 5 minutes.
No, that literally just happened.
There's one right now, but I expect at least 2 more to happen before the game begins.
Okay. All right.
Like Kellen Moore, is he getting involved too, or is he staying on the sidelines for this one?
He's the one who's aggregating.
Yeah, he's
in the center.
Just making sure. Okay. At least I have one coach on staff who will stand up for his team. At least there's one guy on staff. At least there's one. But okay, MLB, start this off real quick. We'll get through this one. Rangers just took down Astros in game 2 to take a 2-0 lead. Going to keep my mouth shut. Houston's a good record on the road. Going to keep my mouth shut. We're not saying
anything.
Last time I said a team was dead, they came back in game 2. So zero comment. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say anything. No.
I don't think I've ever liked a team more that I have zero affiliation with than the Philadelphia Phillies right now. And it's Philadelphia fans are annoying. Okay. It is hard for me to ever get behind a Philly team. Damn it. These fighting Phils right now are way too fun to watch. They are way too fun to watch. That song, Dancing on My Own, Callum Scott, that's been stuck in my head over the entire weekend. How many times was that played in Vegas?
I'd actually never heard it in Vegas.
That was a big missed opportunity, Alesso. Let me get in touch with your agent. I'll come up with some better set ideas.
I didn't get to stay for the whole concert, but
story you did. For the sake of the story, you did.
Yeah,
and he didn't play it. and he didn't play to Lesso. Let me get in contact with whoever that manager is. I got some ideas. But wow, the 49ers team is so fun to watch. The only team, Everett, that I will accept is more fun than the Philadelphia Phillies is the 2021 49ers Super Gremlin when Debo had his breakout season. That's the only other team I'll accept. Only other team. But these fightings right now.
Oh, well, hold on. What about the Dolphins this season?
Fun, but as a Chargers fan, slight disconnect there. Slight disconnect.
But still.
I mean, for like that one, I will take that one.
As an NFC fan, Dolphins.
Yeah, you have zero problem with Dolphins. Right, absolute no problem.
I love the Dolphins. I love the Dolphins.
I will say though, these Phillies, my God, the Bryce interviews, the Castellanos interview. You heard the Castellanos interview, right?
No, I did not.
Well, it was a reporter. They asked him. Well, first there was a very fun one where they were like, "The Phillies are on fire," and Castellanos was like, "Did you ask a question?" The reporter's like, "No, you guys are just so hot." And Nick's just like, "All right, thanks for letting me know, man." Hilarious, but the better interview was some reporter asked Nick Castellanos, "You just seem like you were destined to play in Philly. Like, what are your thoughts playing for the Phillies?" And Castellanos responded, "Yeah, I mean, I fuck with Philly." He's so funny. Castellanos is so funny. Like, oh my God. Look, I love that team.
I'm just gonna say this. All right. Everybody knows I do not like Philly teams.
Yes,
I fucking hate Philly teams.
You don't have beef with the Sixers though, but to be honest, the Sixers are so bad. You can't beef with them. But yes. You hate the Flyers. Oh, I'm surprised you haven't gone on them yet. Don't even get me
started on that one, man. But I will say between all options right now on deck for the MLB, I'm not cheering for the Diamondbacks. Can't fucking do that.
Yeah, I can't.
I have to cheer. I have to cheer for the Phillies, and it's disgusting to me that I'm doing that. But Trey's at least on the team. All right, they have Trey. And I can cheer for that. I can cheer for that.
We can at least take the Trey. I mean, I also just want to say real quick, Bryce Harper, his career is objectively one of the most impressive things ever. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as a 15-year-old with an article titled "The Chosen One," like LeBron. I'm pretty sure Bryce Harper started for a high school varsity baseball team when he was in middle school. Okay, Bryce Harper has literally been touted as the next big thing in MLB for over half of his life. I think he's turns 31 today. I believe today is his 31st birthday. But Bryce has been in the spotlight for over half of his life, and he's actually lived up to it. It is crazy, but I think Bryce Harper, we're looking this up recently. I think he's like one of 4 Americans to start in an MLB lineup as a teenager in the past or this century. I believe it's him, Mike Trout, and the Upton brothers. That's it.
No, didn't the first overall pick this year, didn't he got into the Orioles lineup this season, didn't he?
No,
he's
not
19.
Not Holiday.
I thought Holiday played it to like
AAA, which is absurd. The fact that he's in AAA is absurd.
I thought that he got a couple games at the end of the season.
I don't think he got called up, but regardless if he got a couple at bats, I'm saying every day start. Like Bryce started every single day.
Yeah, you're just saying he just skipped the whole.
Yeah, they were like
minor system.
You're starting in right as a 19-year-old. Yep, we don't need double
crazy.
Start
it's crazy.
Like that is nuts. Like Bobby is a 24-year-old rookie, which is actually young for a rookie, and Bryce was 19 when he was doing it. Like Soto was also doing crazy shit at 19. But like,
he just was in a different country.
Yeah, like my point was Americans. It is like you don't see American hitters cracking the line.
We might have a new up and coming addition to that list. What's the dude's name from Japan? He's skipping the whole draft. He's 17 right now. He's skipping the Japanese draft. Yeah, but I know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, that technically would count if you put him in rotation.
Well, I'm talking hitter. Like, Julio did start a World Series game as a 19, or not World Series, start a playoff game. It's like a 19-year-old for the Dodgers, 2016.
So a little gray area there. Gray area.
It's like for a hitter to go out there play 162 games as a 19-year-old is just nuts. And like the whole point was Bryce. Holy shit, he's actually lived up to it. crazy to me that all of the pressure, he's built for it. But that was the MLB update. Okay, got some quick little college football things. Don't have too much, but got some rankings near the back half. First things first, Everett. I cannot exaggerate this. Literally, the first game after Drake was pictured with Georgia gear, Brock Bowers suffered a high ankle sprain, which he needed surgery on. He is out for 4 weeks at minimum.
4 to
Drake,
6.
Please never, ever even look an Ohio State jersey, okay? Don't look at it. Put on blue. Go blue. Michigan is your team. Do not wear Ohio State. Do not wear Ohio State.
Don't forget, remember what I told you? He took a picture with Diane Henley with the Chargers jersey.
Oh, yeah. No, like Charger season, we're done. Done. Don't get Ohio State and never even think about the Dodgers. I don't think we're good enough for him to like bandwagon us, though, you know?
Yankees. He got the Yankees.
Yeah. So like we're not good enough. Well,
actually, no. He's gonna be.
I was about to say maybe Blue Jays. He went to Yankees, Toronto. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care about that.
Yeah, no, I don't think he just cares about the Raptors. Like that's about it. Any other team outside? Any other team outside of the Raptors? Like any other sport outside of the basketball? Any team is up for grabs.
Oh yeah. No, like I mean, I'm expecting him to jump on to like Bama. Once they make the SC championship game, they'll lose. He'll go back on to Georgia.
In this, like, if the Phillies make it to the World Series, Drake's a Phillies fan.
I know he's jumping on the Phillies bandwagon.
Yeah, he's a Phillies fan.
Like, please, can you just bet on the Astros now, Drake? Please put $500K on him right now.
Please.
Just do it for me.
Please.
Do it for me. Do it for Mattress Mac.
Hey, you know what? This is not the Waterboys picking favorites, all right? Grant is not saying that he's cheering for a team right now, all right?
No.
It's not happening. That's not what Grant's saying, all right? He's not declaring anything.
What? No, I didn't make a pick here. No, I didn't say anything. All eyes, though. All eyes on what Drake does next. We'll see. We'll see what he decides. But okay, other interesting development in college football, Everett. Iowa might be the most interesting story in college football this year after beating Wisconsin in the most Big Ten fashion possible. Okay, they beat them 15-6. Everett, 15-6. Like that is as Big Ten as it gets. Okay, and I thought for a second it was 5 field goals to get to 15. It was not. It was a 2-point conversion off to not 5 field goals, which would have been the epitome of Big Ten.
That might be like the most field goals I've ever seen one team get in one game.
Potentially, yes. I also, quick side note, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to this, but the over 3.5 field goal props on primetime NFL games has like an 80% hit rate.
Yeah, you know, COVID. I haven't paid attention to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, my bad. You're not listening right now, but Gremlin season. If you know, you know. But okay, back to Iowa. Kirk Ferentz' son, Brian Ferentz, is the offensive coordinator of Iowa. He's been there for, I believe, 8 seasons now, and he's had constant scrutiny from the fan base year after year for being an underperforming Nepo baby. Now, this is where it gets fun. There's a clause in his contract where he needs to win 7 games and average 25 plus points a game. The good news is Iowa is already 6-1. They only need 1 more win to hit the winning threshold. Problem is, they currently average about 19.4 points per game. And Everett, I don't know about you, but I genuinely don't think it's possible for Iowa to get over that 25 point per game threshold with Cade McNamara, their starting quarterback, out for the year. Don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
And especially with the weather coming up here in Iowa, I mean, there's going to be some tough games to throw in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little spooky.
But hey, Iowa is the class of the Big Ten West. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Iowa will play the Big Ten championship game this year. They will. So yeah, get ready, folks. Get ready. It's going to be a great game in Indianapolis. Lucas Oil Stadium. They don't know what's going to hit them. Okay. They do not know.
My favorite thing, by the way, I was watching the USC game.
We're about to get into that,
which we will. They had the Pac-12 commercial come on. It's the same thing for the Oregon-Washington game. They had the Pac-12 commercial come on. They're like, yeah, Pac-12 conference championship in Vegas. I'm like, that's the last year they're going to be able to play that commercial.
Oh yeah. When the Big Ten, like, adds in all the teams, they'll rotate from Indianapolis to Allegiant Stadium, the Death Star it's going to the Big Ten. I'm just saying, I cannot wait for a rematch between Ohio State and Michigan in Vegas.
Spooky.
Will make zero sense. He'll just be like, all right, okay, all right, Vegas, I guess.
Yes, all right.
Yeah, what a historical sight for a Big Ten championship game. But okay, on a actually quick Oregon-Washington game, I'm not sure how much of this you got to see, but Dan Lanning is the Brandon Staley of college football, Everett. He went for it on fourth 3 times and did not get a single conversion on fourth. Dan Lanning. Now, I'm not gonna call him out exactly for the play calling because he was coaching to win. He was coaching not to lose. He wanted to get those touchdowns, which I will take more often than not. It was, though, some of his play calling on those plays questionable at least, at worst. Questionable to say the least. Dan Lanning kind of threw away this game. Let Washington back into it. But that was one of the best college football games of the season. I was really, really impressed with Rome Odunze. He was disgusting. Absolutely crazy. I was also surprised that Washington was able to run the ball pretty well. I did not expect them to be able to do that, but they actually ran pretty well. Better than I thought. So Washington, we'll get into these rankings in a second.
I will also add, it should, realistically, I know college kickers.
I still have Oregon as a top 10 team in the country too.
I know college kickers are not the best at what they do. There's a very marginal difference between the NFL and college.
They're just kids. That's what I tell myself, remembering Noah Ruggles last year against Georgia. They're just kids.
But Noah Ruggles, I'm pretty sure, is a grad student, so he's technically not a kid. But
then fuck you, Noah Ruggles, you piece of shit. Never mind. Take that back.
Yeah, that's where the cutoff is. You're a grad student.
The second you turn 22, dead to me. Dead to me.
Yeah, but that missed field, that game should have gone to OT.
Oh yeah,
and I think that not having.
Well, I mean, even earlier in the game, if Oregon just takes their field goals,
yeah, obviously. But that game should be coming down to the touchdowns. In OT, where you're going back and forth. That's what that kind of game is. Obviously, Washington deserved to win.
2-point conversion bullshit.
Obviously, Washington deserved to win. They won. But I almost feel like walking it off on a missed field goal is not as vindictive of a victory. It doesn't feel as good of a victory as.
So you'd think that, but why don't we take a look at what Georgia fans said after the Ohio State game?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Weak ass, soft as shit. Georgia owns your ass. It's God, you guys needed a missed field goal to win.
And headhunting on the best player on either side of the ball.
So I didn't want to bring this up, but after Brock Bowers was hurt, many Ohio State and Alabama fans were tweeting prayers for Brock Bowers. We never want to see one of the best players in the country get hurt. I saw there were obviously some bad apples in there who were saying fuck you, Brock Bowers and stuff. I do not condone those actions at all. But, the Georgia fans, they saw those and you're quote tweeting, what piece of shit fans. Let's take a look back at what happened. They were literally auctioning off posters of Javon Bullard's hit on Marvin Harrison in a Georgia sponsored auction. They were literally selling signed pictures of Javon Bullard knocking out Marv. Oh, you guys now care about injuries? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Don't come at me with that bullshit. You don't give a fuck. You don't give a shit about Marv's health. You don't care at all. When J-Mo got hurt in the fucking natty, all of them were being fuck Bama, suck on that. You don't care. Stop it. However, prayers up for Brock Bowers. It's fucked up. He's one of the best players in college football. That's awful to see. I don't want any players getting hurt. If JJ McCarthy got hurt, I'd be really disappointed. I would also slightly be hyped because I am friends with the backup quarterback, but that's beside the point. We don't like injuries. Never, ever, ever. But moving on. Okay. That is what I had for that. Okay. USC Notre Dame. Everett, I think you'll have some fun here. Now, I'm not sure how much of this game you got to exactly see, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't watch most of the game because it was over pretty early.
I think I saw like the second quarter. Maybe.
Yeah, that was a good one for Notre Dame. That was a solid quarter for Notre Dame football. The saddest part about this game, Everett, was that Alex Grinch wasn't the reason USC lost. Alex Grinch's defense, she did a pretty fucking good job. I was surprised how well they played. Caleb and the USC offense could not do anything against Notre Dame. Could not do anything against Notre Dame. I was shocked to see it going into the season. And I'll do a slight Ohio State / USC fan perspective here. Going into the season, I thought USC's offensive line was much better than Ohio State's. Much better, much older, much more veteran group. And they've had more starts under their belt as a unit. But oh my God, Notre Dame's D-line manhandled USC's. They didn't manhandle Ohio State's O-line like that in the run game. Yes, they did kind of whip around Ohio State, but Kyle McCord was not getting sacked and pressured like that. Was not getting hit like that.
What I will say though is Caleb Williams' tendency to roam.
He always wants to extend plays. He always wants to make something happen.
That comes partially because the O-line, while it seems like they hold up really well, in reality they don't necessarily, and he tries to move around to extend that. He has
to compensate a lot. Yeah, he has to be
which is why I don't necessarily think it's fair to be like, yeah, like they're USC's got a great O-line, because I don't think personally that it has been, because otherwise Caleb Williams wouldn't be running around that much. That is the point of this. But Caleb Williams moving around that much sometimes does lead to more sacks.
Yes, 100%. I also
rarely, because it's very hard to tackle Caleb Williams.
I will say I'm not saying this is all on the O-line. I'm not saying that there were many Caleb interceptions that were deflected, were tipped, but he was, regardless of the tips, still throwing in a double triple coverage.
Yeah, still a bad
decisions to even throw
to make.
And another thing I just want to point out was, I'm going to call out USC's receivers. No one was getting open. Nobody was getting open. And I'm going to also slightly shout out Notre Dame's corners, because they also played a really good game against Ohio State's receiver room too. Notre Dame's DB room, I was very impressed. Wow. Notre Dame's DB room, check plus in my book. Great coverage all night. I will just say though, hey, it's a bad sign about USC going to the Big Ten. This is a big warning, hazard, exclamation point, red flag. Shit. I did not think that we just can't move the ball in some of these games.
It's also very dependent on what Caleb Williams does.
Well, he won't be here next year.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
No, but I'm saying if he is, i.e. the Bears have the first overall pick.
Like even in that scenario, it's like, fuck, even with Caleb. Yeah. Oh God. Yikes.
I'm not even joking.
I don't know how USC beats Iowa in November on the road. I'm not even trying to make a joke.
No, it is.
I don't know how they do
when it comes to all the weather and the travel. Like that's bad. I would also argue though, like it's hard for some of those teams to come into LA, but it's still like not as bad as coming from LA to one of those cold fucking cities.
Like the biggest advantage USC has for like their road games is early in the year. Like right now in October, hosting a home game.
Yeah, you want it to be hot.
Yeah, like
get those hot games
where it's November. Like though, like the Ohio States, Michigans, those teams, they will love leaving the cold and going to warm weather in November, because they can actually like, oh shit, we actually play normal football. Like they're going to love going to USC. It's USC going to fucking Minnesota in November.
Murder.
I'm terrified.
So cold.
Terrified. Like good luck going to Camp Randall beating Wisconsin. Like that is not an easy game. Not an easy game in November. Not easy at all. So I am, holy shit, USC, we have things to fix. But yeah, okay. I got my college football rankings. I'm going to upload those today, but I'll say those real quick. Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State, Florida State at 4. My biggest problem is like 4, 5, 6, and 7. You'll see. But Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma, Penn State, Texas, Oregon, and North Carolina. North Carolina has cracked the top 10 for me.
Okay.
I'm just a little shaken up on Florida State 4, Washington 5, Oklahoma 6, Penn State 7. I will accept any order actually for those teams.
I think that you have to put Washington over. So hold on, let's see. So all 5 of those teams, okay?
All undefeated.
Georgia.
4 of them. Oh, Georgia? I got Georgia ahead. Georgia's above all those.
You're saying at 1?
2. Michigan's 1.
2. So Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State, FSU, and Washington all are undefeated.
Yes, and Oklahoma and Penn State.
Now
and North Carolina.
If you're a listener, if you're a viewer, you guys both know how me and Grant feel about Georgia. And I still think that Georgia, especially with Brock Bowers out now, I toss them back a little bit. I would,
I'm not going to say they're better than Ohio State. I personally am not ready to say that.
You mean Ohio State's better than them?
That's what I mean. I'm not ready to say Ohio State above Georgia. Not ready.
I would put Washington at least.
Okay, at 2.
Maybe FSU at 2, Washington 3.
Oh, I don't think FSU has a claim for number 2 right now, personally.
Well, then it would have to be Ohio State's at 5, actually. Then that's how that would have to work.
So Michigan, Washington, Georgia, FSU, Ohio State?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. I am just, it seems to me that Florida State, Washington, Oklahoma, Penn State.
Any variation of those teams could make it.
Kind of like Pitt, and I got no problem.
I can't say any variation because there's 0 shot that Penn State, Ohio State, and Michigan all make it. But
yes.
But
that will happen.
0 chance.
Yes.
But let's say Penn State beats off. Brutal word choice there. Oh,
knocks off, takes down.
Yeah, takes down.
Beats off works too, though. I mean, it's
that was
same thing.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's just assume like it
round robin. Ohio State beats Penn State. Penn State beats Michigan. Michigan beats Ohio State.
Well, then it doesn't matter. But
well, let's have fun. Who makes the Big Ten championship game?
It goes by strength of schedule, I guess, or a record. So you're saying they all have one? Well, no, because
they're all 11-1, and they all lost to each other, and they all have the same Big Ten conference record.
But you can't have the same Big Ten conference record because Michigan and Ohio State play each other.
Well, Michigan beats Ohio State. Ohio State beats Penn State. Penn State beats Michigan.
So then what? Does Penn State not play?
Penn State plays. They
Michigan.
All play each other. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Everyone plays each other this year. So Ohio State beats Penn State. Michigan beats Ohio State. But Penn State beats Michigan. Who gets in? Only one of them can because I was the other team.
You're breaking my brain, man. All right. Give me a second. All right.
Who gets it?
Carry the one.
There shouldn't be any carrying. I don't know.
I'm squaring. I'm doing the math. All right. I'm doing the problem.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Little variant standard deviation. I got you.
I'm doing the interval of 1 to 5. Mm-hmm. Carry the 3. It ultimately probably comes
down who gets in.
It probably comes down to strength of schedule and head-to-head record versus other opponents. I guess it's all the same. So it has to come down to strength of schedule. It has to come down to strength of schedule.
But it's for the Big Ten Conference Championship. So they just take into account the Big Ten Conference game.
Yeah, so it has to come into strength of schedule of the Big Ten teams you play.
But this is my question. How exactly do you evaluate? Because they are playing common opponents. Like, are you saying that Michigan's 30-point win over Illinois is better than Ohio State's 32-point win over Purdue?
Depends what the records for Illinois and Purdue are.
You see, it's fucked. The whole point is it's fucked.
It would probably...
And it could happen.
Probably won't, but probably still be...
Michigan.
Michigan?
I would guess Michigan would get in.
But Well, then it comes into question because Penn State beats Michigan. So wouldn't Penn State get it?
Well, that's what I would think too. But this is why college football is stupid. The current AP poll right now, how it has Michigan, then Ohio State, then Penn State. That's how the committee will view all three teams if they all beat each other.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. It's an interesting
just a fun situation. Little thing. But okay, yeah. Heisman watch. I'll get through these quick. We're going to go. Now it's a pretty obvious number one this week, but we're going 10-1. We're going 10-1, and the number 10 team. I want to hear what you think. All right, Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers, Caleb Williams, Jayden Daniels, Drake May, Jordan Travis, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, Dylan Gabriel, and Michael Penix. Headphones back in. Come back. You listening? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I want to start off not with Carson Beck, but with this. I cannot wait for the "Where's Shador" and Travis Hunter comments. Do not, I repeat, do not look up the stats that Stanford's wide receiver 1 had on Travis Hunter on Friday. Do not look up what he did to Travis Hunter. Do not look it up. Do not look up what happened to Travis Hunter. Do not look that up.
Yeah, I had to throw my headphones off once you said Carson Beck.
Now Carson Beck, this is the thing. Brock Bowers was likely going to be in that number 8 or 9 spot. He will be out for 4 weeks. But this is the thing about Heisman Trophy awards, Everett. This isn't really about who's the best player in the country, okay? This is about narrative, team-driven storylines. And winning games is a very, very big part of the Heisman Trophy race. Winning big-time games on the schedule is a very big part of it. Right now, Carson Beck has not necessarily faltered in any of these games. Now, remember, I got JJ McCarthy at 4 right now, okay? And it's not like JJ is winning Michigan these games by himself, but it's their teams that we got to look at here. And it's stupid, it's dumb, but team performance matters a lot in these things. If I were to actually just rank best quarterbacks in the country, like Jayden Daniels is not 7. He is higher up that list. However, LSU's got 2 L's this year. In 2 of their biggest matchups this season that Jayden Daniels lost. Where's the Heisman moment? You know, it's things like that.
He hasn't had one.
So Penix had his Heisman moment. Dylan Gabriel had his Heisman moment. Bo Nix lost his Heisman moment, but he will have more coming.
Quinn Ewers lost his Heisman moment too, technically.
But also got his Heisman moment with Alabama. However, I think he's out. I think he's out of the race now.
I think if Jayden Daniels is still in it, Quinn Ewers is still in it.
Oh, no, like they're both still in the race. I have Jayden Daniels in this list, but I don't think Jayden Daniels really has a shot at winning.
I'm saying that
I'm saying these top 6 quarterbacks are really.
Did you? Because I took my earbuds out. Is Quinn Ewers on this list? Yes or no?
Yes, 9.
Where? And where's Jayden Daniels?
7.
Get him the fuck back if Quinn Ewers is at 9.
Well, this is where I'm saying Jayden Daniels, what he has done for LSU is much more impressive than what Quinn has done for Texas.
He's also been much more of a liability for LSU than Quinn has been for Texas.
Ooh, Quinn's thrown picks.
I know, but at the same time, Jayden Daniels has fumbled a lot.
Okay, true. The one thing that, good thing you brought that up because like fumbles don't count for college stats. Like we don't.
Oh, it's actually not. It's not tracked.
Well, it is, but like when it comes to high, people don't discuss fumbles.
You just don't care.
No. He could have 50 fumbles this year. No one would even turn an eye to it.
Okay.
I mean, Jayden Daniels has pretty damn good this year. Pretty good.
I think he's a little overrated.
Okay, talk that shit.
I just like I think that like it says he's an athlete. He is like has like very good athleticism and he can throw the ball and make it like and put it in good places. But
say it.
You should say it.
This is your point.
I think that he often makes not great reads. I think that he sometimes scrambles out and causes sacks, and also, like I said, can't really hold on to the ball well. I think that a lot of the time he has issues where I said he can drop it like on a dot. That's not all the time. That's kind of like here or there. Like at most, like outside of that, it's just kind of like, all right, somebody's down there.
So mid.
Yeah, I think that
he's mid.
I
heard it here first, folks.
I think that he's still
can't read a defense, scrambles too much.
I think
he sometimes throws lasers, but not all the time.
I think that he's still a top quarterback. I don't think he's like 4 though. I don't think that he's like 3.
I do not have him right now as 4 or 3. I think he's
I would put him
like it though.
I'd put him at like 9 or 8.
9 or 8? Wow. Okay. We got a hater. We got a Jayden Daniels hater on the pod, everybody. Every
time. Like I will be the first to say this. I have not seen every snap he's played. I have not seen every game he's played. But from the bits I've seen when I have watched him play, I feel like I see both good and bad. And I don't think that that's necessarily something that you would be seeing out of a top 4, 5 quarterback.
Okay. All right. I'll let you leave that one out there. We'll leave that for everybody to make their own decision on Jayden Daniels. But I think he's been playing pretty damn well this year. I'm just saying I cannot wait for the
I'm not saying he hasn't played well.
I cannot wait for the
I'm not saying he hasn't played well. He's had great moments, but I am saying people are
the injury is starting. Sebastian Joseph Day down after the first play of the game. All right. Bye week. All right. You think we're getting people back? Hell no. Okay. On to the NFL.
Let me start with this. I got something before we get into any of the games. Okay. Anything. This is borderline treason from Roger Goodell. The NFL is planning on putting the Super Bowl in London in the future.
No. Yeah. Like what? Now, I heard that if that happens, the game would have to start Super Bowl's Pacific time. I'm all screwed up. What is time Super Bowl start? Eastern time?
Like 5? No, Eastern time. Well, it depends where the Super Bowl is. It's like 6 o'clock, I think, Eastern time typically.
Regardless, I heard that if it were to happen in London or just England,
London.
If it were to happen in London, they would have to start at 3 hours earlier than usual. I don't know what usual is, not gonna lie. But like, what if the Super Bowl started at like noon for me or like 11 a.m.?
It would just suck.
Yeah,
like I don't understand that from multiple standpoints because one, I get the NFL wants to expand its viewership and like fan base. Like I've
noticed with 3 straight London games.
Yeah,
Chargers ball. The refs have not officially called it a fumble.
Chris having a moment.
Wait. Sean Ockley, give it to me. Sorry, Everett. Fuck, he was down. Damn it, he was down. Yeah, Pollard was down. Never mind. Okay. You see? All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I get it. You want to expand it, right? You want the NFL to be a worldwide thing, but it is an American sport. The sport of Europe, of Britain, soccer, has not given their number one
sack. Sorry. We're actually playing well. Sorry.
Has not given their biggest sporting event, i.e., like you either the Prem League or champion with a cup, right? Has not been hosted in the United States.
Yeah, they would never.
So why should we bring the United States biggest?
Wait, actually, I think I have a counterpoint that goes in the Americans' way. It's because Americans don't care about the Prem, but the British people care about the NFL.
I don't really know about that.
I have no idea. I don't
really think that's true. I don't really think that's true. But also, like, so it's all that. You're kind of screwing over the fans. Oh, God.
Schwarber home run. The Phillies are back.
And now you just cursed them.
You're welcome, Philly. Actually, you're welcome, Everett. But okay.
Why am I welcome? I don't want the Diamondbacks to win.
No, I know, but it's always fun watching Philly lose. It's always fun.
Not when the Diamondbacks are playing them.
Well, I just want to quick say, like, I don't really hate the Diamondbacks. I don't really have any bad blood like I do with the Padres or the Giants.
No, but it would just suck.
If any team was going to bounce us like that, like, actually, fuck it, be the Diamondbacks. I know in about 4 years, we're going to think of the Diamondbacks how we currently think of the Padres. And we're going to look back at that thing I just said and be like, well, Grant, nice. You ruined everything for us. But okay.
But yeah, it also takes away a lot of money from the United States. Like, a lot of, I think the cities that host the Super Bowl make a lot of revenue.
Big. So big.
So putting it in London, like, one, how are people going to travel? Because that's really expensive to travel. On top of the Super Bowl tickets are going to be like $1,000.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. It's terrible. It's terrible for the teams because the teams are going to have to travel to acclimate to the time.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single NFL player who has played in London who has had a positive, takeaway from it. Yeah, not a single one of them enjoyed.
Definitely not. Well, no, actually, Kyle Pitts. But
true.
There's
true.
Yeah.
And Urban Meyer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think he won his first game in London.
Yeah. Anyways, second thing I want to say, can we get Tajay time patented? Like, can we get that going? Because Tajay Spears, disgusting things this week again.
I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure I was not awake for that game. But how were you awake for that game? God, Vegas, different clock.
I was.
My bad.
I was getting home.
Yeah, no. You haven't even gone to sleep yet when that game started. So totally forgot. That's on me. Yeah, but third hadn't even gone on yet by the time that game kicked off.
He took a screen like 45 yards. Disgusting.
Tough to tackle, very elusive. All the things we were saying.
Yeah, just saying. I called it, and I got hosed for it. Do not fuck with my guy, and do not fuck with me. All right, I am correct. I told you. Anyways, all right.
Let's Austin Eckler probably just had like the least athletic 20-yard gain on a.
Are we gonna talk about the games?
Quick fun facts. I got some quick fun facts. Yeah. First, Broncos Chiefs slight recap. Patrick Mahomes still has never lost to the Broncos in his NFL career. That is correct. The Denver Broncos have never beaten Patrick Mahomes. Okay, start with that. Second, this was Desmond Ritter's first loss as a starting quarterback since his junior year of high school when he was playing for the home team, okay? All throughout college, up until this game and his senior year at Cincinnati, undefeated at home. Or senior in high school, undefeated at home. He never lost at home at Cincinnati.
Yeah, which, by the way, that streak, we broke. Just saying. They had a.
Was Ritter playing in that game?
No.
Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't on campus that year.
They had a 32 game win streak at home that we broke.
Little Green Wave shout out. I didn't intend on that one, but you guys are welcome. Also, shout out the Bears. It is officially Tyson Bagent season. Seahawks Bengals. I enjoy how JSN has finally gotten his first target past 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Good job, Pete Carroll. 49ers had injuries.
Right, yes, I got a point on this.
But I want to shout out the Browns defense, Everett.
I want to shout something else out. Shout something else out. We all know the 49ers intro when they come out, with the boom box on the shoulder. And
yes,
they're right.
Keenan Allen first touchdown plus 700 just cashed, but
the Browns did that walkout versus them and then beat them.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't notice that. I did not notice that. I did not see that. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. I got to know these things. Trevor Lawrence has finally covered as a home favorite for the first time in his NFL career.
Did get hurt though.
Yes, did get hurt, but he did finally cover as a home favorite for the first time. Bill Belichick is officially gone. Apparently Cooper Cup and Puka Nacua cannot coexist together in the same passing offense. Everett, these are the last 4 quarterbacks to beat Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Heineke, and Zach Wilson. And my last fun fact of the day, get rid of the creamsicles. From 1976 to 1996, when the Tampa Bay Bucks wore their orange creamsicle jerseys, they only had 3 winning seasons in that 20-year stretch.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they only lose in those. Great uniform, not great results.
Yeah. Also, with the Jets, real quick, I don't know if you saw this, but it's not like the biggest thing because he's not using his ankle. But Aaron Rodgers is throwing again without a boot on.
Yeah, Big Cat tweeted out, like, kind of half joke, like, the more clips I see of Aaron Rodgers, the more I think he's going to return this season. Yeah, I mean, I don't. You're the doctor, so I don't know. I don't know how Achilles timeline repairs are. I got no idea.
Typically, it's like 8 to 12 months
to walk,
to like do stuff.
Oh, to be fully back.
I'm not entirely sure because I'm not a doctor, idea. but
you're selling yourself short again.
I think it's unheard of that somebody with an Achilles injury will return in the same like 16 game season.
I don't think he's coming back this season. No, but
I think he's coming back this season.
Okay.
He broke his collarbone in one season and still came back for the end of the season.
Once again, I have no idea how that return. I have no idea what
Aaron Rodgers does. We said this is an episode. There's an episode titled like Aaron Rodgers
is a witch doctor.
Is a witch doctor. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a witch doctor. Okay, he just does things.
Yeah, I mean, gets healthy pretty quickly.
Yeah, somebody who's not healthy, by the way, Marcus Davenport. Dude's made of glass.
Okay, is he still on the Saints or is he on the Vikings?
Oh, he's a Viking.
Now? Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I was about to say. Holy shit!
Got like 2 games out of him.
Sounds a lot like the Chargers star players getting paid $20 million plus.
So here's the deal too. By the way, Chargers are playing right now, so we can't really recap that game. Yeah, Vikings already played.
Yeah, well, I was saying not quite. Can't really recap Chargers yet, but we
Vikings
know Dak's throwing a pick tonight, though. We know that.
Oh yeah, so Dak's
can go over
4?
that.
That's a
currently 4 interceptions on the season.
We need him to get to 10.
7 more to get to 11, which his statement would be correct. He said he will not throw 10 interceptions this year. He'll throw 14. That's why.
What if he throws exactly 10 interceptions this year?
Then he's right. Wait,
but no. He's
wrong. No. Then nothing happens. If he throws 9 or less, then he wins.
No. If he throws 9 or less, he'd be correct. And if he throws,
he wouldn't win. He'd be correct.
He said I will not. So yeah. So if he throws anything above or below 10, then he's correct.
Well, 11 or more, he's still correct,
but in the wrong direction.
Yes, but still correct.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about the Vikings game real quick. So I didn't get to watch any of this game.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Didn't see a second
video you sent me was
probably beautiful. For the better because I might have actually like done some things. But yeah. So I would just want to say the Vikings offense cannot be that inept when you're missing just Justin Jefferson. And you're playing the worst defense in the NFL.
Yeah, Bears are bad.
They scored a total of 19 points in that game, and I think 6 or 7 of them technically came off of a pick six. A pick six.
Oh, so defensive points. Okay.
Yeah, and the defense not great. So it's just that's concerning to me. And Tyler and Bagent, whatever his first name is, Tyler Bagent.
Tyler Bagent.
Yeah. He was marching down the field at the end of the game to win the game. Errant throw. We pick it off. By the way, if we fumble that pick too, somehow got it back. But that was just luck. That was lucky. Vikings should have lost the game. And I just the fact that it's a 1-score game versus the second worst team in the NFL with their backup quarterback in. Is so unbelievably embarrassing. And if I'm Kevin O'Connell right now, like I saw the post-game speech that he gave, he was like,
you know, that's what we like to do. Like, that's like a great feeling, like getting that win, right? And like the offense, we know we didn't do great, but the defense, you guys stepped up. And if I'm Kevin O'Connell, fuck that. I'm like, you know what? We won. We can feel great about the win, but there was absolutely nothing on the field that we showed that is good for this team. I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed at myself for fucking terrible coaching. I would be happy with the defense because the defense didn't play terribly, but I would be pissed the fuck off with a lot of guys. And the fact that Alexander Madison is still the starting running back, averaging like 2.4 yards per carry.
Cam gonna get a shot? Or
Cam Akers had one carry, I think, for like 9 yards. And I'm pretty sure I said this before, but Ty Chandler, he's averaging like 8 yards per carry. And I'm pretty sure Cam Akers is up there too. So what the fuck are we doing? Why are we starting a running back that's getting like 2.1 yards per carry over the entire season and not the two dudes that actually get yards? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Got a lot of questions. Sounds like we have a lot of questions, not a lot of answers here, Everett. Do I have that correct?
Did like Cam Akers used to date like Kevin O'Connell's wife or something? Like what's going on here?
Well, now that I put KOC coached Akers on the Rams, now that like I'm now putting two and two together.
But you
I know. So I'm interested. Huh? It's a good point you bring up.
And TJ Hawkinson, don't even get me started. You signed a massive contract, dude. Catch the ball. You shouldn't be dropping like 4 passes a game.
Yeah.
If I wanted
if
I wanted a tight end dropping 4 passes a game, I would have just re-signed Irv Smith. All right. So I don't need you doing that, dude.
That Irv drop. I will never get over that for the rest of my life. Against the Eagles too, I think.
Oh, don't worry. TJ Hawkinson, again, when we play the Eagles this year, yeah, he also dropped the ball. So
all right. Well, yeah, I mean, tough weekend. We'll see. I mean, Cowboys are absolutely destroying this defense right now, marching down the field. We'll see how everything checks out and everything. But yeah, that's what I had on the NFL. Probably the most boring week of the NFL all season. You really didn't miss much.
I'm just disappointed.
We're on.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
On to week 7.
Yeah, a little teaser, by the way. On my record for this week, I might be over 75% on the season.
How'd you do?
Oh, outside of tonight, I'm at 75.9%. Correct on the season.
0.9 on the season. Damn. Okay. So right now I'm 10-4 on the week. I was shocked.
I'm also 10-4 on the week right now.
Yeah, like I was shocked I got to 10-4 this week. I don't know how the hell I did it. But we're both on Chargers this week, so we're gonna have same record. So I will be picking because overall I'm.
Oh, you're the worst.
So that.
What are you at right now? What are you at right now?
Total. Let me count this up. Let's. You know what? I'm not gonna jinx it. Let's assume the Chargers lose this. 47-36.
Oh,
or 57-36. My bad. 57.
Oh, okay. We're not that far apart. I have 60. So.
Oh damn! I'm only wait. So I'm at like 70%.
Wait, no, I'm at. So there's been a total of 79 games played.
I'm counting this one as an L. So add 10 and 5 too.
Yeah, there's a total of 79 game played to date, including the one tonight. I have a total of 60 wins. So I am 16 and 19.
I have a total of 78 games this season.
Yeah, you're just not counting tonight's game then.
No, I did count tonight's game. I'm currently at 47-31.
Yeah, you're missing a game somewhere.
Am I? I'll need to go back and check in everything. I'll need to go back and look in everything. But
yeah. With that, thank you guys so much.
Don't you have a list?
Oh yeah, I do. Clutch.
I mean, that's kind of what I was fucking stalling for the last fucking 15 minutes. But okay, here it is.
Hey, I forgot about that. All right, okay. In-season wish list. Broncos edition. All right, here we go. Hope that Vince Joseph is it? Hold on, I think it's Vance Joseph. Hold on. Vance. Yeah, no, I said Vince Refrigeration. All right. Hope that Vance Joseph play calling gets better or hire Rex Ryan. Hope for Caleb Williams. Hopefully Javonte Williams gets more reps. Trade Jerry Jeudy. And hopefully Russ can finally cook.
Yeah, Broncos, I'm sorry for saying you guys were going to do good this year, okay? That one's on me, okay? That one's on me. I should not have jumped the gun. I should not have said that. I'm just still really, really salty that Sean Payton isn't my coach. So I apologize, Denver. I'm sorry. Not really, though, because fuck the Broncos, but yes.
But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, rate us 5 stars. You can find us on Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and on Instagram at WaterboyPod. Make sure to follow me and Grant on Twitter at Everett Stakes and at Waterboy Grant. We post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Don't want to miss those. Make sure to put on notifications on YouTube so you don't miss a single upload. We post TikToks, YouTube Shorts every Tuesday to Sunday, unless one of us forgets Grant this week. But
forgot my cable. Did not forget the post itself. Keep that in mind, guys.
We post 2 uploads on Instagram every week. We'll be getting those up this week. Don't miss those either. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. We'll see you in the next episode. Waterboys out.